clay prisoners on the outskirts of London, backing onto a lonely burial ground. Its 4 high outer walls loomed quietly before us in the fog. Having requested a meeting, we were shown to the governor's office in the watchtower. Jesus.
That poor bird.
Oh, I can't do Irish! Or Scottish. This is definitely Scottish. There's a difference. This place is... that's Australian. Scottish. Can you do Scottish? And if I hear it, I can...
No.
What can I... Oh, the Scotsman, obviously, from Samurai Jack. No, I got nothing. It's just like I try to. I did this in the trial with those 2 witnesses. Remember, and I was like, I'm trying to pull an accent that I don't have access to. This place is full of hardened criminals. I cannot remember the last time a citizen was down here. I'm just making him an Australian. You deny want to talk to an inmate, but to me. It's alright, Kristen. It's fine. It's fine, Kristen. I got it. I know he's very Scottish. Do you ken who I am? I'm the governor of Barry Caden, him. Oh, yes, it's a pleasure. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo, defense lawyer. An Easterner, I see. Does that mean... Yes, I'm a visiting student of law from the Empire of Japan. Japan? Did you say Japan? Yes? Where? There's no of any of your kind in here, laddie. Maybe you should try the prison next door, eh? I didn't notice another prison next door, sir. This guy is built like fucking General Armstrong from Fullmetal Alchemist. I love him. I didn't like to be so direct, but... I've no intention of speaking with the likes of you, suspicious-looking Easterners. I should know I'm from the great country of Scotland. Now get out of my hair. So as soon as he finds out we're from Japan, he reacts like this. That surely means... I think it's because of the professor case. You think so too? 10 years ago, Genshin Asogi, also known as the Professor, was incarcerated at this prison. And then after his execution, he apparently re-emerged from his grave in the cemetery behind the prison. I might have known. You're sniffing around about that case, aren't you? You're agents, eh? Part of the Professor's great web, no doubt. No, not at all. We're just... Get on with you, before I punch your lights out. We're going! Clearly the ghost of that killer still haunts this place. We're not going to get anywhere here. Unless we can somehow prove to this man that there's nothing suspicious about us. Governor Caden? What are you thinking, Mr. Sato? I feel sure that name came up in conversation recently somewhere. I was wondering if whoever mentioned him might have some ideas to help us. Come to think of it...
I just noticed the clock.
I have the same feeling. Okay, so I remember he was mentioned by these guys here, I believe. Oh look, they're still in the lobby. Oh, just Mikotoba. Hey! That's Professor Mikotoba over there. Hello, you two. I was just taking a moment to catch up on the world now that I'm unpacked. Where's Judge Goku? Yes, he's not the relaxing sort. He's taken himself off to pay his respects to all the legal bigwigs. Having only just arrived in the country today? Goodness, he is full of energy. Professor, you mentioned something before about how you'd known the governor at Barclay Prison. Oh, Governor Caden, you been. So it is the same man. Father, we must speak with the governor. But he refused to talk to us. He said we were suspicious Easterners. That trademark British racism. Well, I'm sure if I accompanied you, it would be a very different story. Oh, would you? Would I? Would you? Would I? That would be wonderful, if you have time now. Sadly, as you can see, I'm very busy at the moment. Sits back down, folds his legs, opens the paper, and then licks his finger and flips the page. Yep. Busy drinking coffee on a comfortable settee. This is a joke I wish I'd done at the very beginning. Who are you? Mikotoba. What do you do? I'm a professor. I've never seen you profess anything before. Now, I have a rather lot to prepare for tomorrow, you know. Oh, sorry. I didn't say that out loud, did I? Oh, did he? You Mikotobas are alarmingly good at reading people's thoughts. Or could it be that you Naruhodos are alarmingly bad at hiding your thoughts? Well, let's not fall out now. I have an idea. What's he writing on that piece of paper? Here's a letter of introduction for you. Hopefully when he sees my name, he'll change his tune. Ah, thank you. Okay. I guess we'll go back now. What is this? Blackbird line? Surely this won't be important for anything. Jesus, it's so crazy. Because it's like, what day is it today? Like the 17th? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the 17th right now. I can't even imagine being on a ship from now until mid-November. Like, that's how long their trip was. That's the boat that Miss Professor Mikotoba and Judge Shikuquaza came on from Japan, isn't it? Yes, I think I get called at Dunkirk at the north coast of France for a night before finally arriving in Dover. I think it's been almost a year since we arrived in Dover on the SS Burya. It seems a shame not to keep your ticket as a memento of your trip, don't you think? Yes, I agree. I have mine safely in my diary. I keep mine in my wallet, so I have it with me at all times. Oh, well, how strange. Where could it have gone? Are you like this on purpose, Mr. Naruhodo? Imagine it was that comment accompanied by a little sigh. Alright, excellent. Professor Mikotoba has wonderful handwriting, doesn't he? This dark-suited young man is not in the least bit untrustworthy. Is it just me, or does that make me sound extremely untrustworthy? I do wish he'd at least call you a nice young man. I'm really not sure that would help. Ezekiel Hopkins of Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Oh, so the Redhead Lady is like a big thing then. International thing, huh? Okay. Whatever. I guess we'll leave now. After being here for approximately 2 minutes. Oh, I've been standing in this same spot waiting for you to come back. There. You just cast your eyes over this, Governor Caden. What's this then? You cannot pull a wool over my eyes, you good-for-nothing Japanese student. Mikotoba? That young jock from the forensic laboratory? That Mikotoba? Yes, exactly, him.
This is his daughter.
Oh dear, perhaps I should have said something sooner. I'm Yujin Mikotoba's daughter, Suzuto. Jings! What the fuck is Jings? I'm fairly familiar with a bit of Scottish isms because one of the streamers I follow is Scottish, and she speaks with a Canadian accent because she's been adjusted to that lifestyle, but she grew up in Scotland, so she could jump into a full Scottish tirade that's indecipherable to human ears at a moment's notice. So I know a bit of the isms, but I've never once heard Jings.
Yo, look it up?
Sure, I guess. Just Jings, Scottish. You're the young man's daughter! Nah, I guess I could have gotten that from context. You didn't think to mention that before? I do apologize. Oh, well, you'd be best take a seat then. Can I offer you a cup of tea, perhaps? And didn't I forget to try one of these wee handcuff biscuits? That's adorable! Your father's influence is nothing short of amazing. I'm bitterly regretting not announcing who I was from outset now. So then, what can I do for you, hen? Well, we're currently investigating a case. It's one of your warders, you see. He's gone missing. Missing? That's right. It's surely been reported to you as well, being the prison governor. Dots? I have not heard of nothing of the sort. There's no missing persons in my prison. Oh. But how can that be? Obviously, he's just on the job. It's Mr. Daily Vigil, your chief warder. Aye, Vigil? That's right.
I fired him 6 months ago.
But then where has he been going to work? Oh. His wife.
It's coming off full circle now.
It hits him all at once. His wife came to us and asked us to investigate his disappearance. Let's skip the part about him only going missing yesterday for now. Clearly that means something to him. Would you be so kind as to tell us what you know, sir? I've been having an affair with Daily Vigil. Well, oh, jeez, I don't think we're gonna make the rent payment. Aye, of course. We understand that Mr. Vigil is the chief warder here at the prison. Aye, that he is. He was. Strong sense of responsibility and dedicated to the job, no doubt about it. He was a fine warder. Sorry, did you say was? Aye, he done no work here no more. He left the job. When was this exactly? There's a question. When was it about? Can I be much less than 10 years ago now? Oh, shit. What? 10 years ago? He stopped working here 10 years ago? Aye, as I mind it. Do you care now? I have not heard the fella's name in all that time. That's a worry if he's gone missing, though. But Mrs. Vigil made no mention of it. I think perhaps, Mr. Naruto, that his wife simply doesn't know. Or, perhaps more likely, that she's a ghost. Trying to get solve the husband's murder from 10 years ago. What? How does that make... Oh no. Have we taken on the... have we been hired by a ghost? I think she's unaware that he no longer works here. Governor Caden, can you tell us what happened? Why did Mr. Vigil give up his job here? Run away. That's important, is it? Yes, I believe it may be. What are you thinking, Mr. Naruto? I can't help wondering, given that it was 10 years ago. Which was exactly when the professor was being held at this prison. Oh, Jesus. So Mr. Vigil actually resigned from the position of Chief Warder 10 years ago, you're telling us? I already get the feeling.
Leave the job.
I already get the feeling that this is going to be a really topsy-turvy case. Like, it's going to take us in a lot of different directions. Thoughts. In actual fact, he didn't leave the job willingly. He had no choice in that matter. You mean, he was dismissed? Hey, oi, oi, oi. It was after a particular walk. Sorry, a walk? Oh, that's our word for it here. A walk to the gallows. An execution. A walk to the execution is what we call the electric chair. Sorry, a walk to the gallows is what we call a trip to the electric chair. Why do you call it that? Because it used to be a gallows, but now it's an electric chair. So why not just call it a walk to the electric chair? Nah, that's too long. We're all used to the other way. It's the job of the Chief Warder to prepare the gallows tree and oversee any executions, you say. Only, Vigil did something unthinkable on that last walk he was manning. What did he do? Do we not already know this? I'm sorry, but I cannot reveal that information. He didn't do his job correctly. That's why he walked. Because the guy got up out of the grave. I can tell you this very rare. Oh my god, these Scotticisms. Saying these Scotticisms with an Australian accent kind of works, but then I'll get to one where it's like, no, that doesn't quite roll off as easily. It's very rare for Chief Warder to be relieved of his post. Why wouldn't Mrs. Vigil know about it? She appears to be under the impression that her husband still works here. Wouldn't I can anything about that, I'm afraid. Can you perhaps answer one more question about the circumstances of his dismissal? No, but I can answer one more question about the circumcision of his dismissal.
I feed you brownie. Because you're a cutie and you deserve to have some things.
That's sweet of you. What would that be, hand? That last execution that Mr. Vigil was responsible for overseeing. Was it by any chance the professors? The professies? My thoughts exactly. I'm sorry, I really am. But I'm at no liberty to answer that. I see. Well... My father came to Britain all those years ago in order to study forensic medicine. But you seem to have been well acquainted. Oh. The dead room, the prison, and the cemetery have a lot to do with one another. After all, they need fresh corpses for forensic research. You can. Yes, I can imagine. You making fun of my accent? The advancement of medical science isn't always particularly palatable. Your father worked in the laboratory just on the far side of the graveyard, in the basement of St. Sinners. It's still in use today. St. Sinners? That's come up before, I'm sure. Yes, that's right. We've been there. Toba and I have to use to ride in a carriage together and negotiate terms. For more fresh material, I suppose. Aye, and we used to sit in here for hours and gab on about dissection and all sorts. Ooch. 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 It takes me back. I'm gonna start using that one. Over a pot of tea and a plate of cuff biscuits, of course. I want this guy and Gregson in a room together, please. How charming.
I haven't seen Gregson in a while. Miss him.
Can you believe that Gregson only appeared in the last 2 cases of the first game? Like, he got so little screen time, but he seems like such a big character. Oh, wait, no. Am I right about that? Did he show up in case 3 of the first game? I don't think so.
What was case 3 of the third?
Case 3 was the Irishman.
The pawn shop.
No, that's case 5.
Oh, yeah.
That's Magnus Begilded.
Okay. Yeah, that's Magnus Begilded. Okay.
Yeah, in the carriage. I mean, I can't remember one way or another whether Gregson was in that one. I can't think of anything that he would have been important for. But no, he probably wasn't because that case didn't have an investigation segment. And
Okay, that's probably
yeah, I think that if he was in that case, the only part he would be in would have been the very first like witness cross-examination, because he like gives he tends to be the one to deliver the case details at the beginning of the trials. But I don't know. I'm thinking too hard about this right now. I'm afraid. Ghosts. I'll never understand you Japanese. Because of Genshin Osogi, I suppose. Well, screen faded black. That means my time with you is up. I'm
tired.
My patience has run out. Get out. Can I tell you anything else? Thank you so much for your time, Governor. Oh, one moment before your wedding, hen. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. God, this fucking unit of a man. I know when we got that angle from him standing at the bookcase, he had an axe at his side. I'm just like, this fantabulous. He's dressed so suavely too. Oh man. There's so many fucking attractive people in this game, and most of them are men. My bi-panic is crazy. I found it. Here, take this as a wee souvenir of your visit to the prison. What is it? It's a piece of paper. Don't you have paper in Japan? I meant what was on it. You racist.
The day Susato finally snapped.
It's just she did, out of nowhere too. Just like, come the fuck on. You know that's not what I meant. That's Vigil's dismissal notice. It's 10 years old now, of course. Oh my, are you sure? Aye, it's no trouble at all. It's no the original, mind. Alright, I want to investigate that as soon as possible. Thank you very much, Governor Caden. Well, in return, do me a favor and never come back here. That case is closed. Well, I think we ought to return to Baker Street for the time being. Yeah, I agree. We need to report back to Mr. Sholmes with what we found out about Mr. Vigil. Hopefully they tell Mrs. Vigil, I wonder. Alright, let me just check that out. Notice of dismissal, 25th of June. Chief Warder, daily vigils, relieved of his post with immediate effect of having violated Clause 132 of Her Majesty's Code of Conduct for Prisons. All rights to redundancy pay and other financial benefits are fully revoked.
Oh, so where is he getting his money?
Reason for dismissal, aiding and abetting the escape of this prison convict. Details of this escape are still being investigated. Full cooperation with inquiries will be expected. Prison Governor Barry Caden. Oh, wait, there's a third page. Additional notes. Indications are that the jailbreak plot was conceived prior to the convict's incarceration. It's believed that the convict engaged in some form of negotiation with prison staff in order to secure assistance. Full disclosure of information regarding these negotiations will be demanded. Okay.
So they try to get him out.
This guy does not look 40. Like, I could believe that she's 36, but he looks like he could be her son. You know what? I'm gonna investigate this clock. I like it. Ah, look, we have an opportunity here. While the governor's away. To do what? Mr. Naruto, you could be imprisoned if you were caught. That's a good point. Perhaps not then. To do what? Oh, just investigating. That's hilarious. That's the first thing I thought to check, and that's probably the dialogue for anything in this room. We have an opportunity here. To what? Get our hands chopped off reaching into a clock?